Hello everyone, it's Vicky here today designing for Bramble Fox, and I'm using the new travel collection that's in store now. There are lots of different things. I've got some stencils, a title, some little sort of text blocks, some wooden circles and some paper snips. I've got lots of different things. Sorry, my brain's not working properly this morning. And so I want to do something with this stencil. I've chosen a couple of Distress Oxide colours, and I've got Faded Jeans. No, I haven't. I've got Peacock Feathers and Uncharted Mariner. So with Peacock Feathers, I'm going to first put this stencil on the paper, which is essentially the C part of the globe. And I'm just going to go over the area with that colour. And then when I take it off, you'll see perfect transfer there. And then this, you don't need to have both of these stencils together, but if you have this one, this is then the land part. So I'm going to go over that with the Uncharted Mariner. And so I've got a subtle difference between the two colours, but not super different. I just want to have a little subtlety in there. And this just gives you that. So there we go. I think that looks pretty cute. And just cleaning off my stencils, because you always should clean off your stencils. Otherwise you'll transfer that ink onto the next project that you do. And then I want to do some splatters. So I'm just going to use the darker Uncharted Mariner with a bit of water, and then I'm going to do some splatters. That took me a minute to find my water spray, but there we go, I've got it. And then it takes me a minute to find my paintbrush. I thought my husband had nicked it, so I shouted out to him saying, "Where's my paintbrush?" And he said, "I don't have it." Anyway, I found it, so all is good with the world. So I'm just doing some splatters, and then I just leave those to dry a little bit before I just use some paper towel to dry them up completely. And then I use my sewing machine to sew an oval around the stenciling, and that's black because I know I've got these black titles that I want to add, and I want to have something to match with them. So this layout, I'm going to mostly use Bramble Fox pieces for this layout. I do use a couple of small pieces from a Simple Stories collection, but this is mostly Bramble Fox. So these are the back titles. They say travel, let's go. And the little woodies with the travel theme on look really good. So I thought what I'd like to do is arrange them around that oval. So you'll see me, I'll add a few more as we go. There's a little tab from the paper snips, which I'm going to put that side of the photo. I'm just deciding where everything's going to go. That's his sightseeing. And where have I gone now? Not entirely certain where I've gone now. There we go. Right, I found the tags that I want, and that's it's just a plainish tag. It says travel all over, but I wanted to have a tag in there, and I didn't want it to be too prominent at the moment. So I'm doing that. And I'm going to also put some string through there. This is some waxed twine, which I'm going to put through in blue to match the layout. And I just like how that goes in there. It does cover up some of the stencil work I did, but I'm fine with that. Okay, and then the next thing that's going to happen is some sticking. So I'm going to put some foam on the back of my photos. And so I want to do that first. I actually end up getting confused with sticking down my photos in a minute, which you'll see, but that's essentially what we've got. Sorry if you can hear a buzzing in here. I think there's a bee in my room. I have the windows open because it's so hot, and I think a bee's come in. Anyway, back to the layout. So I'm going to start sticking things together. So this is where I get a little bit confused because my husband came in to show me his head, and then I start sticking things the wrong way. But I told him off. I told him to go. I got confused. I put that on top, Didn't really want to do that. Got confused. He left and then we're back to normal and I managed to fix it. It's one of those days today, and I'm recording this not long after doing it, so I thought I better do this or else I'm going to forget what's going on. Okay, so I'm sticking everything down, the little woodies that I've got, the little titles, just sticking them all onto the page because I like where they are. And I'm going to put that one up there, but I'm going to put that one on foam just to make a little bit of extra dimension there. There we go. Sticking down my little tab. And the title's going to go on top of the photo. This bee is, or whatever it is driving me crazy. It's flying around my head now. Okay, so title there, another little tab there that says travel. And then I'm going to add some of the paper snips. So I just go off to look for my circle punch, and actually I bring the wrong size, so that doesn't really help. And when I realise, I just think, okay, I'll cut it out, which is just as easy. Once you've stuck those little clear bits on top of them, they're actually really easy to cut out, just to follow around the circle of those. So I'm going to put that one there. And I'm going to use another one there. This one says travelogue. And again, I'm just going to cut round it. Super easy to do. Think about where to put that. Okay, so I like how that looks. And what am I going to do next? I think I'm going through my box of simple stories here and there just to see what I can add in. And I really like that little passport there, which I'm going to add in just there, and I think that fits perfectly. And then I'm thinking about, it feels a bit plain around the edge, so this is where I've decided that I want to mount my layout onto a patterned paper. So I'm just choosing a pattern paper, and I'm going to cut off some of the white cardstock in order to do that. And I should have clipped this video here, but I didn't. Here we go. This is the one that I choose to use. And it's just got lots of stamps on it. So I'm going to cut some of the white off of here. And actually I start trying to use the trimmer, but things keep moving because everything's not fully stuck yet. So I'm going to use the craft knife instead. So what I want to do is make this now 11 by 11 inches so that I've got ½ an inch all the way around of my pattern paper. There we go. So I'm just measuring that out. Not using the trimmer means I have to do a bit more measuring, but we've got that. And there we go. So that's going to give me a nice subtle border. So I stick that down to the page after distressing the edges. It's just an edge distress tool that I have there. And I'm going to re-stick my title because that's coming unstuck. And then I'm just going to put some double-sided tape with my ATG gun just onto there and lay it on top. And then I do some stitching around the edge. And that's it. That's the final layout. I hope it's given you some inspiration for the travel collection. It's a vast collection. There's lots in there, and it's in store now. I will link to that below. There's some close-ups coming up too. If you have any questions, give me a shout. I'll be happy to answer them. But in the meantime, this has been Vicky for Bramble Fox. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.